And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California, where, what do you know, it was about as much of a hurricane as you could ask for in California today. I'm just kidding. No, we got some rain this morning, but what a day for Bitcoin it is. And it looks like this formation is getting resolved to the upside here. And with a measure move on this ascending triangle up to about 51,000. And what I would do is put a little box up here, a little blue box of peace and prosperity or death and despair. And where's my little toolbox? Right up here between that high and the wick high and the body low, kind of right in this zone. And I think, yes, Bitcoin very, very likely makes a stab up into this region. Might not be today, might be in the next couple of days or week, but I do think that's in the cards right now. And why is that? Well, let's take a look at what's going on. First of all, volatility is increasing to the upside. Momentum is in the critical zone. Typically these areas, people like to say, oh, that's oversold. No, that just means essentially we're trending, and it can stay in this area for a while, as you saw it back there. Perfectly fine. So trend, momentum, and volatility. And then what do we have? A slew of higher lows right here, and now we're putting in a higher high. And so we got trend, momentum, and volatility all on our side for Bitcoin. And very, very likely, I think we get the move up into the blue box territory at some point over the next couple of days, if not week. What else happened here is on the weekly time frame, we did confirm two drives of hidden bullish divergence, and that is when price is making higher lows and RSI is making lower lows. So we've got two lower lows compared to this low. That's called hidden bullish divergence, and that should get us a shot to the top side of the range. Now, how could we kind of extend targets and say, hey, maybe we get a shot a little bit deeper than that area? Well, let's use our fib here. From wick to wick. If we use this wick and this wick, those are the range wicks of this entire, what looks to be like an accumulation zone. And I mean, that stretches our target, maybe 53.5s in the cards. One other way you could do it is you could use the wicks for the ascending triangle. And in more volatile markets, that's typically what you can do. And what that would do is actually extend our target to a breakout level of about 56,000. So I would say anywhere in that zone is available based on what's going on in the market. Some of the underlying market dynamics, let's take a look at open interest. Open interest here is currently sitting at 14.49 billion. So this is the highest read we've seen all year long, as well as we had yesterday the highest daily closure for the year, going back to January 1st. We did take out this high at 47,000 right here yesterday. Oh, excuse me, we didn't. We did not take out that high yesterday, but it looks like we're going to take it out today as long as we don't get any major pullbacks before now and the end of today. So what does that mean? As we were saying, when Bitcoin goes up, typically the stronger altcoins, they're going to go up more. And what do you know? Luna here is definitely parting to the upside right here. And we did say, I don't know if you caught it on social media or Friday last week, but we did say, look, any kind of a basically what I was talking about is there look to me like 4 drives of bullish divergence. Sorry, hidden bullish divergence again. And that is when RSI is making lower lows and price is making dramatically higher lows. Now, on the daily time frame, we didn't really confirm that until we got this daily closure confirming this as a local low, which at a minimum gets you a shot to the top side of the range, which is at coming in at 103 or 104. If you're using wicks, if you're using bodies, 101. But again, with open interest this high, sorry to go back to this, open interest this high, that means there's so much leverage positions on the board. We can actually take a look at the leverage ratio. And the leverage ratio is currently at the highest point ever in history. Ever in history. So that does tell us, with open interest this high, leverage this high, a big volatile move is coming. And what I would expect is the volatility to expand and the price to go in the direction of the trend, right? And what is the trend? We got higher lows and higher highs, right? Higher lows and higher highs. So I am going to call this one out and say any kind of a daily closure back above 104. I mean, 103 is probably good enough, but to be conservative, you want to be above those wicks, just like we were talking about on Bitcoin, operating based off of wicks versus closures. And here's what I'd go ahead and say. So again, wick to wick, next target coming in at 142, more conservative target, kind of 136-ish or 130, somewhere between 138 and 136. And that is only confirmed with a daily closure above 104. But with the open interest, the volatility, extremely low here, extremely low volatility, and it's just starting to expand. That tells me very, very likely, hey, we might test up to 103 and sell off a little bit, but I'm willing to bet more likely than not. And again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but it looks like we're going to go ahead and make new all-time highs, and then we will be in a blue sky breakout for Luna, which has been probably the strongest chart, the best altcoin chart in pretty much all cryptocurrency land, if you ask me. And that looks really, really nice for a play up to about 140. So as long as Bitcoin kind of does its job, and yeah, we can get a pullback from here. This is literally buying the breakout, which a lot of people do that. And with this much open interest, I'd say it's fair to say that, hey, look, Bitcoin looks like it wants to stretch up over the next day or two, at least to 50,000. And if that happens, I would expect this range to get broke of, 104 to 103, somewhere in that area. And I'm going to go ahead and put a blue box here as well. And that looks nice. So I am expecting Luna to take a little stab in there, maybe sell off a little bit. And as long as we are closing dailies above 90, call it $88, I will expect this guy to get going and begin its blue sky breakout, which will look very nice, very, very nice. Volatility expanding from a low level there. On a shorter term time frame, like a 4-hour, you can see volatility is continuing to expand. We got momentum to the upside. However, we'll cross down with any kind of a 4-hour closure below 100, call it 101. So we got another 4 hours here to see if this guy wants to cross back down, maybe retest the 9 and then give a shot higher. I think easily we can come back down to 98 with a wick here, and I'd be willing to bet that's right in line with the topside Trollinger band right there. So a test down to 98.79. Even a backfill or a mid backfill somewhere around $98 is completely fine. But I do look at this asset as bullish as long as Bitcoin is doing its job. What's another one on the board that I just want to bring our attention to? Mr. Atom, or also known as Cosmos. currently breaking out as well. The 4-hour just closed above the topside Bollinger Band almost again. And this has been one of the stronger altcoins for some time. However, it has been a bit dead in the water, along with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was trading between 33 and 40,000 for, the whole year. So nobody was even watching. Everybody was watching the Grammys last night. Nobody was watching Bitcoin breaking out. And that was kind of my point. I was like, look, I'm not watching Grammys. I'm watching Bitcoin right now. And it looks like with these higher lows, it's going to do something similar to Luna. And I would confirm that with any kind of a daily closure back above, call it 34.50 if you're conservative. And that'll look good for a shot to the top side of the range at about $44. And I would say more likely than not, if Bitcoin, wants to take a stab at 55,000, that's in the cards. So from where we're at today, right, that is a 39% gainer. And again, it's not going to happen today or tomorrow, but, should happen over the next week or so, alongside Bitcoin taking a stab up to 52 to 55,000, somewhere in that range. This is another decent one. I like volatility low. We got momentum to the upside. We got the higher lows. We don't really have a higher high yet, and that's why I'm waiting for a daily closure above this guy. But as it is one of the stronger altcoins, and you have coins like Luna doing that, that's going to look good for some more upside there. What's another one I like here? This is Mr. GALA Games, and GALA is putting in some higher lows here. This looks like a trend reversal to me, with a shot up to at least 35 cents. And if this region can get taken out, let's just see if there's like a massive ascending triangle here. So how would I draw this out? Maybe something like this. And a nice trend line coming down through here. So 3 touches to a trend line is a trend, right? And along the bottom side, we've got, plenty of touches along this line. This is 1, 2, 3. And as soon as we broke it here, you can see this one looks like it's getting ready to go. All I'd like to see is this yellow 21 cross the green 55, the silver cross to the upside, and I'd be looking for a big shot on this one. Something to the tune, let's not get greedy here, but if we measure at 50%, the shot there up to 51 cents, and I imagine we do run into some resistance up there. And this all plays in with Bitcoin rallying up to about 55,000. I think a lot of these targets will get hit if Bitcoin wants to head up to about 55,000 or 52 to 55,000. I think a lot of these are going to get some love. But that looks like a trend reversal to me. Let's take a look at sand. It's like the same chart, same exact chart. Sand, I'll just put that trend line in right there. I'll throw this guy right here. And they're all just beginning to break out. They're getting out of the cold winter weather. Spring is upon us. It's been hot as ever out here in California, but we did get a little bit of rain. And that one's got a nice target of $6.10, call it $6. And I imagine we do, possibly hit some resistance around 44.50, 475, something like that. What's the invalidation on the other side? I would say on the daily, if we start closing dailies back below right here at $3, if this thing turns around, starts closing back below $3, all of this gets invalidated and back down to doggy town. What other one I'll throw up there? Let's take a look at DOT, which I know I've had some requests on this one lately. Mr. Polka Dot And you can get this one on most exchanges here. But again, we do have two higher lows. We got a higher high, higher low coming in here. Looks like we're going to give a shot up at least to 24.62. That be your first major resistance point. And I'd say any kind of a daily closure above there gives you a shot up to 27.94. However, if you want to look at this as a descending triangle, I don't know. Do we have the points of confluence to do it? It may not work out. Something like this, maybe. That looks a little better to me. And let's measure it at 50%. And the breakout hits. And you got a target, yeah, right up to the top side of the range at 31 bucks. How does that look like on the weekly? Weekly did confirm. So we got a slew of higher lows right here. And are they, let's see. An RSI, yeah. So it looks like two drives of hidden bullish divergence on the weekly time frame, usually going to give you a shot to the top side of the range. Which, where is the top side of the range coming in at? Yeah, right here. Right here at 31 bucks. That looks good for Mr. Dot. Again, all gets invalidated on a daily time frame. If we want to use the daily, I'd say if the daily wants to come back and close back below, yeah, I'd say somewhere below about 1928. If the daily turns around and starts closing back below there, I would say probably going to head back to the bottom side of the range. And I don't know if I went over this on Luna, but that's where the invalidation right there below the yellow 21. Yeah, I'd say, you know, this is going to be not good. If we start closing dailies back below 88 cents, I'd even give it a try, call it 85 bucks. Where does the momentum turn down? Crosses down below 92.70, so that won't look good. So yeah, I'd say a daily below 88 bucks. You know, probably going to head back down, and I'm still bullish on it long term. And as soon as we get above 103, I'm calling for blue sky breakout and that 138, 140 target to get hit. But as you can see, it's trend momentum and volatility. So the trend is an uptrend, right? We got higher highs and higher lows. We got momentum to the upside, and volatility is just beginning to expand. I don't know if you guys can see this on my screen here. Yeah, you can. See how this blue line just regained the exponential, and that's looking really good. Really, really good for this guy. I mean, the last time we had that happen was back in February 22nd, 2022. And what happened? Oh, look at that. That was from here. That was an 82% move. Not bad. So can we get another 40% off this guy? Let's cross our fingers. All right, that's it for today, guys. Hope you all have a blessed day. Stay dry, happy trading, and take care.